Hi, happy Monday. Isn't it funny how society assumes that people who make more money are somehow like smarter at what they do, and we just assume that they're doing something better than the rest of us? It's like, I'm doing pretty well at my job, you know, I'm making a decent amount of money and I don't know what I'm doing. I was like the dumbest one out of all of my friends. No one thought that I was gonna be successful. You can ask them, they'll lie to you, but here I am. I tripped and fell into a nice job, and so do most people. So most of the time when you ask these people who have a ton of money what their advice for getting a ton of money is, they don't really know. Most of the time, getting in a good position, yeah, it can mean working really hard. I'm sure most people who have a lot of money did work hard at a certain point, but so did most people who don't have a lot of money. So when you ask people who are very, very wealthy how they got their money, usually they don't really have that great of an explanation for why. So today, my good friend Ethan is online, who will also just hit 100,000 subscribers. You should totally subscribe to him right now and keep the momentum rolling, because he's doing a great job and he's making great videos. And he used to edit for this channel, so it wouldn't be the same without him. He showed me these great TikToks where we get to learn the cream of the crop when it comes to advice from these people who have a lot of money. So if you're looking to maybe start a small business or exploit workers in a different country for a huge profit, you've come to the right place, because today we're asking millionaires for advice. Everyone, welcome Ethan. Welcome Ethan.
I did have TikToks I wanted to show you for like months.
Are they all ones you've sent to me, or are they?
No, you've never seen these before. So this is like a millionaire grind set. This is all interviews with millionaires. And this guy, as you can tell, asking millionaires advice they'd give their younger self. He's clearly a millionaire.
Yeah, this guy's definitely a millionaire. Shirtless in front of the Trader Joe's.
Dude, this is like me in the future. Come on.
Yeah, I think they actually interviewed me for one of these. They were like,
yeah,
hey, and I was like, hey, whoa, hey. They always get you when you're shirtless. Okay, let's look at this.
Let's see what he has to say.
When you first graduated either high school or college, what is the best?
It looks like they just found him. They don't look like they set this up at all.
Dude.
Well, they did it. Look at the way he's holding his shirt.
Yeah, he doesn't know if he should put it back on.
I'm so what is the situation that this is set up?
He's a millionaire, and they found him outside of the Trader Joe's.
You know how many millionaires there are? How do they know he's a millionaire? They have a list?
This was actually all planned in advance. They were like, hey, where do you want to meet? And he's like, oh, every Tuesday morning I run past the Trader Joe's with my shirt.
Just catch me.
Catch me, yeah.
And he didn't think they'd catch him, so now he's sitting there
he looks shocked.
School or college, what is the best piece of advice that you would give yourself?
Going to sales. They just cut away from him immediately.
Yeah, it was a weird choice. It was a really weird choice for them to do that.
Everybody puts their pants on the same.
What is this guy? He's doing like Doctor Strange hand magic shit. Like, what's some advice you'd give to your younger self? And he's like, everybody puts their
open the portal.
No big deal. Just about the craziest thing that's about to happen in the world here, Peter. No one's ever gonna remember who you are. It's no big deal, though.
Everyone puts their pants on the same way in the morning.
Like, look at how fast. Look at him.
In the morning. My dad always told me that. And
relax, dude.
That's how you become a millionaire. It's the thing for his sunglasses, I think. Oh no, it's a mask.
Thinking somebody has more money or they're better looking, whatever it might be.
Whose dad is this?
At the end of the day, we all.
Imagine if he turned around and kicked that guy in the middle.
Just like, hang on one sec. Just full like fucking Sparta kick him over.
Wait, this is the guy who runs it?
Bitcoin.
Oh my god, a fucking course.
He's like, yeah, that's my wife.
He does look like a little goblin.
That's my rock.
How can someone become wealthy?
That's my wife. She dresses me in only one color per day.
Cryptocurrency.
Don't buy Bitcoin in 2022. What the fuck?
That's the worst idea.
That's a terrible
it's
idea.
Going up to
Not
500K?
Dude, it started this year at like 50K and has dropped to like 25.
Yeah. How can someone become wealthy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone wants all of their worth to be unregulated.
So there's no way to assign value to it.
Yeah. So where do they find? Are they? Excuse me. Are you an entrepreneur? Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, everyone in New York's an entrepreneur, man.
Yeah.
As an entrepreneur, what is your best piece of advice to someone who's wanting to start their own business in 2022?
Spend your money on like legal consults. Like if you don't know how to set up an LLC or an...
Does it mean anything that the one person that's not like an old white man though actually like gave concrete,
only good advice?
It's literally like the only person who actually seems like they were like, oh, advice.
They actually worked for what they had. Everyone was a fucking like nepotism millionaire.
Just like I bought cars and stuff. I worked in Vegas when I was really young, so I started out at 21 maybe.
Do you see the difference between these two people?
Fucking astounding.
It's so wild how different it is.
Yeah, do you think he earned that job making $120,000 a year at 21, or do you think he worked for his daddy's casino?
He was just really good at 21 working in Vegas.
Yeah.
What did you do? That was different from anything else.
He was a Chippendales dancer, just like our friend.
They offered me $10K a weekend. I went for 12 weekends.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
So I went to Vegas and they offered me $10,000 for a weekend to dance. So I just started flying out there every weekend. Don't buy your materialistic stuff. Travel, have experiences, but stick in your lane in that one.
Don't buy materialistic things. Travel.
Have experiences.
Yeah, that's spending things on materialistic things. And just because it's not like a thing you can hold in your hand doesn't mean it's not materialistic to want to go on like a jet to fly across the country.
Give a weak man regular sex, good food, and cheap entertainment, and he'll throw his ambitions out the window. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. That's why he lives outside, actually. All these TikToks, this is just where he sleeps.
I sleep on rocks, and I have women give me horrible sex. And I pay for very expensive entertainment that I can't afford.
I go to the opera every weekend.
I don't want to be happy, or else I'll stop wanting to do this shit that doesn't make me happy.
What's the face he's making? What is this expression?
He just looks lost. Okay, let's see. Asking a multi-platinum producer how to make $1 million from $0.
You can't do that. You literally can't do that. $0? Like you have nothing.
Hey, come on. Let's see what he has to say.
$1 million starting from nothing, knowing what you know now and your life dependent on it. What would you do?
Invest in stocks, but you got to have money to do that.
You heard him, man.
Get better than that. Oh my god, that is so funny.
Let's finish the rest of this fucking amazing insight.
Do your research, invest in the right stuff, and diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your stuff in one place. The stocks is free bands.
He was like, but that costs money though. But let me continue to tell you what you should do, which just goes to show that he didn't have $0 to make it to $1 million. He also probably we don't even know what his name is. I assume he's not actually a millionaire.
Well, that's the thing. They never like put these people's
just
names
random
in there.
people.
Yeah, so like there's no way they're all millionaires. Like how would you know if someone's a millionaire? How do you even go about asking that? Yeah, like asking a tech millionaire. Like what does that mean? He's probably not a millionaire. He probably made $1 million in 2019, and like obviously with taxes he's like sitting on like $700K. So it's like, yeah, he lives in Mountain View and he has a really nice house, but like he's not a millionaire. Yeah. You made a couple $1 million last month, actually.
Yeah, no, well, the second half of last month.
Right. I don't want to undermine you. I don't know how much you made in the first half. You had those deals.
Yeah, it's fine. Like the advice I'd have honestly is just to I'd say keep your head down and keep going. Like that's my advice. Like $2 million in a month doesn't come out of thin air. You got to keep your head down. You got to keep moving. You got to will it into existence. Like I screwed people over to get where I am today.
Okay.
Asking a tech millionaire how to turn $0 into $1 million.
You had to start from $0, knowing everything that you know now. And you had 1 year to make $1 million.
You could try to build an app, given the internet.
I guess. Like, is that what they call it these days? Try to build a TikTok? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a tech millionaire. Just try to build an app. This is not a tech millionaire. Anyone with the slightest startup tech expert would never say build an app. This guy's probably a plumber.
That's hilarious. Can we show Jarvis the one of how to make $1 million from $0?
If you had 1 year to make...
Yeah, so this is really good, Jarvis. You're going to like this channel a lot.
Okay.
If we made this into a video, the title would be 3 Millionaires Review Billionaires, actually.
Yeah.
Three young billionaires. That's the name of our podcast.
Wow. Oh, there's definitely a podcast called 3 Millionaires out there.
But 3 billionaires though.
Yeah,
consider this.
If you had 1 year to make $1 million starting from nothing, knowing what you know now and your life dependent on it, what would you do?
Invest in stocks. But you got to have money to do that. You got to do your research, invest in the right stuff, and diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your stuff in one place.
If you had one, okay. I was like, wait, okay. If you think that you could do that, I would suggest try playing a stock market simulator before you realize how bad you're gonna be at, how much money you're gonna lose actually by trying to do this. Unless you get really good at it. It is a skill that probably takes as much time to like learn as like anything you would be paid a lot of money for.
Well, let me give you this. Let me give you an even harder thing. You have to do it from $0. That's the kicker. As he immediately he asks him how to make $1 million from $0, then his first thing he says is invest in stocks. But you're gonna need money to do that.
Yeah, you need that's a late stage investment strategy. Also, stocks are free bands is just a lie. I was just gonna say that like it's not that far a cry from like, oh yeah, if you're in like the World Series of poker, you know, playing poker at this high level is like free money. Because you're just you're like at the creme de la creme. Yeah, you just get really good at this skill and then it's free. It's like making Subway sandwiches is free bands. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, yeah, I guess technically, but you do have to do like a lot of labor in order to get the money from it.
Yeah, making YouTube videos, that's free bands.
The best piece of advice that you would tell your younger self.
Don't give up the fight. We need you on the front lines. We need to help each other a lot more. We're all kind of isolated in our tribes.
What?
Right now,
What does any of this mean?
Build relationships.
Don't spend more money than you're making. Travel.
He always say that. This is the second guy who said that. The first guy was like, don't spend money on like materialistic things. Just spend your money on traveling and see the world and experiences.
He's talking about it like he's at war. Like you need to be on the front lines or whatever. I was like, what are you taught? The front lines of what?
Be adventuresome. Take risks.
What is the best piece of advice?
Did he say be adventuresome?
That's what I thought he said. Be adventuresome.
Be adventuresome. Take risks.
That's not a word.
Can I just say,
this man, got a movie shot from you, Jarvis.
He's what?
That was like a movie shot. You were like, "Can I just say you took off your glasses and then it like rack focused
Can I
to the
just say,
glasses?"
This man is what, late 50s,
Yeah.
60s. It is not hard to be a millionaire if you are this like.
You just have to have a normal job at this point.
If this dude had a normal job and made some reasonable investments a million years ago, like when he was, you know, like
in 1971,
like not to say that I'm just saying that like his accomplishment is like he could have just gotten lucky and not know anything about like accumulating wealth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If he made even like 20K in disposable income a year and like invested that much, like it's very just put in your Roth IRA at this point and he retires to a millionaire.
If you put a like infographic like next to all these people that was like based on when this person was 22 years old, if they had a college degree and were like a white man in an like a upper middle class like situation, compound a reasonable amount of money, like compound $20,000 over the next 40 years and like you probably have a big stack of money.
And it'd be hard not to be like really well off at this point.
I don't know, not to take away from the meritocracy of it all.
Well, I mean, he was adventuresome, so you have to remember that part of it. It's like
I want to know his adventures.
Okay, I like these ones where it's like what you do to make $1 million from $0, because so far no one has answered it.
I just love like asking a millionaire. It's just this dude with this food. Like, who is this?
They've never once explained who it is.
Oh yeah, maybe now I actually do want to. Maybe I'm just ripping into these quote unquote millionaires, and these might just be random old guys on the street. That this
they don't
guy
even
is
ask them.
Yeah, like they're not asking them if they're millionaires.
My guess is that they're in front of like some business building, and then when they walk out, they're like, "Excuse me, are you a millionaire?" And then they sit and they're like, "Yeah." And then they're like, "Can I interview you?" And they're like, "Well, yeah. I mean, I want to show off that I'm like wealthy to this young TikToker." Let's see what this. I don't know if it's one guy or a group of people, but
If you had to start from $0 and you had 1 year to make $1 million and your life depended on it, what would you do?
You got to have an idea, a concept, a business plan, and your relationships and connections. I think through that, then you can probably raise capital. You definitely have to leverage your relationships and whatever that thing God has blessed you with. If you can do it in your sleep, then that needs to be the thing that you use to make that $1 million.
That was a big bowl of nothing.
Get really lucky.
Yeah,
and then
you
take
need to
advantage
be
of your friends.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
it's a-
raise capital was a big part of that, which is not a thing that like is just.
You don't just
And then
do
you-
that.
And then you
Yeah.
decide to raise your capital, make that choice, and then, you know.
If we can recognize that like some people toiled and like paid off their student loans, like yeah, that's a really hard and unreasonable thing for people to have to do, right? Like we shouldn't make people keep doing that. It's just survivor's bias.
Oh yeah,
We have to
survivorship
settle-
bias is like this entire channel survivorship bias, right? Because like
Yeah.
every one of these guys has a bunch of colleagues that like didn't succeed, and I'm sure that not all of them didn't succeed for lack of doing all of the things that these people are giving as advice. There's just like a luck element of it that people like to skirt past, you know?
And you had 1 year to make $1 million with your life depending on it, what would you do?
That's a really interesting question. You could try to build.
Wait, can we
app
pause
given the
this?
internet.
The conceit of this, this is such a pointless thing, to be honest. But I guess it's pointless for like it's in the echo chamber that this exists in. This is helpful and motivational, I suppose. But the thing is, all these people already have all of these advantages that they can leverage, so they're never truly at $0. $0 is like it's not truly zero, so it really just doesn't matter. It's like, what could you do? It's like, well, I have my network, and it's like, okay, well, I have my skills. I have the skills that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in education to attain. You know what I mean? Like, I
have my uncle who works for a gigantic company who can give me a job. It's like, they don't have they're not actually starting from zero. You're right. They're starting from,
zero is symbolic. That's the word I wanted.
They're starting from net zero, not actually zero.